He, she, let's call the whole thing fruit. So first up we have Joy Behar, misgendering the now known as Caitlyn Jenner, former athlete and geezer. Multiple times been talking to Sunny Hostin on The View about Caitlyn Jenner running for office as governor in California. From get to the chopper, I'll be back, to I definitely won't be coming back. Thank you very much for asking. So she's running as the not Republican, but basically kind of is, going on all the Republican news programs and spouting some of the same talking points, saying Nancy Pelosi and Gavin Newsom are elitists, which, I mean, is coming from that family is a statement of complete unawareness of self. But in essence, it's true. With them eating out and getting haircuts while locking down their states and keeping the normies in their asses. All right, you stay in there. I need caviar and a perm with a highlight, but you stay in your ass. Yeah. But here we can see a little compilation of Sleepy Joy walking into this conversation with a shovel in a back pocket. So enjoy.
Sonny, he's got this guy, Brad Pascal, running his campaign. What do you think about that? I mean, that guy was accused of using campaign funds to enrich himself. What? That's who's running his campaign, or her campaign, rather. I would go along with that. I think that he should, she rather, should take a seat and let somebody with the credentials take over a major state like California. So first of all, let me apologize for my pronoun mix-up. I think I just didn't get enough sleep last night. I had no intention of mixing them up, and I tried to correct it immediately, but whatever, it just came out. So I'm sorry if anybody was upset by that.
I mean, if she can't get it right, being one of the most authoritarian woke zealots out there, explaining blackness to Senator Tim Scott, I mean, one of the coolest guys in the world, you know, but now being called Uncle Tim because they're fucking shit. Then how can normal people get it right? Those who just go about their day not worrying about any of this woke bloody nonsense. I mean, you can almost see the precise moment that one of the producers starts screaming in her ear. You know what I mean? Correct it! Get Joy! Fix this fucking now! So she called the Woman of the Year a man 4 or 5 times, blaming the mistake on tiredness and shrugging it off like nothing happened. Saying, first of all, let me just apologize for my pronoun mix-up. You know, I think I just didn't get enough sleep last night and had no intention of mixing them up, and I tried to correct it immediately. But whatever. Whatever, right? It just came out. So I'm sorry if anyone was upset by that. And she went on about her day. But this is also the same Miss Behar that had a picture of her not only in the black face, but also in the black body. Whole black body. With a comical Petey Green afro included, going full minstrel. And as you all know, you should never go full minstrel. Right? So just a little aside on the topic of Petey Green. If you want to see the funniest and maybe one of the blackest videos that you've ever seen, then search Petey Green on how to eat a watermelon. I mean, if you want a bonus to that, then just search Patrice O'Neill, one of the greatest comedians ever, and Petey Green. And then just sit back, popcorn, beer, smoking the chung, you know what I mean? You smoke it. And enjoy one of the finest demonstrations of why watermelon is fucking delicious. Where's my watermelon, man? So back to Joy. Misgendering and blackface, the dynamic duo of outrage, yet here she still is, yet to be cancelled like so many before her, huh? Crowder was demonetized for misgendering and poking fun at the LGBTL plus hashtag fuck you. Struck down by the corporate big tech overlords, and instantly they put down their beers and jumped at the excuse to take him down a peg. Also, one of the hottest women out there, Megyn Kelly, tuck your willy by your belly, huh? You know what I mean, boys, was effectively cancelled. Her job lost and ostracized from society for merely suggesting that back in her day, as a child, it wasn't even imagined to be offensive dressing up as a black person that you respected and cared about for Halloween. And for this gross affront to society, she was tied up and placed on a donkey backwards with a bag over her head and sent out into the desert. Just a quick aside. I went to a Halloween party as Michael Jackson back during his, blackface when I was a kid, and no one cared about it and everyone enjoyed it. You know why? It was out of respect. But this is what I like to call liberal bias, huh? Or liberal privilege, using their own term against them to really fucking piss them off, But it's the truth. I mean, here's the blackface queen, second only to the king, who misgenders willy-nilly as she goes about her day, blaming it on tiredness. Like Roseanne Barr on Ambien, who I enjoyed a bit more and, was cancelled for a joke that was purposefully misrepresented to seem racist, but as we all know, kind of really wasn't. Where those on the opposite side of the aisle are scrapped, punished, and cancelled, their businesses and livelihoods taken away, advertisers be damned. Give me your shit. Regardless of their viewers, the context of the situation, or even the rules, which shift on a case-by-case basis depending on who's being dealt with and if they like your opinion or not.
If you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that,
No.
You know what I mean? Like, but I'm saying
there's more jobs to be.
in LA, they always,
but
they don't.
Latinos are not only the
No,
only people
I didn't mean it
doing
like that. Come on. No, I would never mean it like that.
So depending on what side you're on, it either gets laughed off and forgotten, or they just purge you from society, man. With Joe Biden saying both fag,
carrying Nazi flags,
and
I'm eager to hear. Nigger here next. Nigger here next. Nigger here next from my good friends and outstanding leaders.
And he also let us into one of the biggest secrets of the Illuminati and government control with his statement, "True and eminent pressure." An insight for all of us into the dark secrets of those who rule us, and also into the mind of someone running in a league of their own. But could you even imagine if a slip of the tongue like that even crept out of the mouth of Trump? I mean, oh my goodness. That would have been all they needed to go with the portfolio of fake news on a guide to make the white supremacist title stick. I mean, remember, Joe Biden was also the stand-up guy, man. Come on, man. Come on. Who gave a eulogy at one of the heads of the KKK, Robert Byrd, a recruiter for the group, and Biden thanked him for his work back in the day.
Mona and Marjorie, the entire Byrd family. If you didn't already know it, it's pretty clear the incredible esteem your father was held in. I know you've known that your whole life.
Also, Caitlyn Jenner, formerly known as the chauvinist Bruce. I'm a lady who doesn't agree with trans boys competing in girl sports, as it's not fair, as we can see here.
There's legislation in various states to ban biological boys who are trans from playing girl sports in school. What's your opinion on that?
This is a question of fairness. That's why I oppose biological boys who are trans competing in girl sports in school. It just isn't fair. And we have to protect girl sports.
This is a statement that has led to the LGBT campaigning against her and her being kicked out of the community, calling it a vanity project. I mean, how can you be kicked out of a community? I don't get this. Caitlyn is the T in LGBT and I'm in a P. Hashtag Blackfist. Like Peter Thiel and Kanye West, who have been kicked out of the gay and black communities, respectively, though one likes cock and one likes cookouts. Just don't get them mixed up. It's strange how they play identity politics until they don't like your politics, and then your identity is removed. Huh? It's funny that, don't you think? So Jenner, who doesn't believe in gay marriage because I'm a conservative woman, though later retracted those statements as the dollars were hit hard by that one, especially those Women of the Year bucks, you know what I mean? Going. Men just do it better. Even being a woman, it seems. Now I have to think how to phrase this so I don't get cancelled. But a man who became a woman then made her girlfriend become a lesbian. Perhaps being one of the most confusing and mental statements I've ever had to say. And to wrap it up with a nice cherry on top, this is also a person that killed someone with their car and then within months underwent their transformation from very guilty caterpillar to brave and beautiful butterfly. Rules for thee, and thee, you silly fools, huh? Even if you catch me multiple times and I'm dressed up like a Zulu warrior, you can't touch this.